Hey, good evening. It's Monday, June 7th. Thanks so much for being here tonight. I'm going to continue talking about Ephesians 4. This helps me with my sermon prep. But primarily, it focuses on what is most important, the passage does, that we're talking about in Ephesians 4. This morning we talked about Paul's overarching desire, his passion, if you will, that God will open the eyes of our heart, enlarge those eyes so we can see the light and beauty of what it means to live things from God's perspective. And so when he then launches into this challenge in Ephesians 4:17, don't look at things the way that the world does. That means don't get your focus group mentality from what they say on cable news and talk radio and what you read on the internet. Don't let those things shape your thinking, because if you listen to them, they will. Ephesians and Colossians are parallel books, and Paul in Colossians puts it this way in chapter 2. He says, don't be taken captive by all these things in the world which are counterproductive to Christ. They have nothing to do with Christ. Rather, have that heart of yours longing, grasping, seeking the beauty of Christ with everything that you have. Jesus tells us how to do it. Hunger and thirst for the goodness and righteousness of God. Don't hunger and thirst for what you hear on the internet, for what you see on social media, for what your friends groups are telling you. Take those things in, be wise about them, take them into account, but don't hunger and thirst for them. The only thing we want to hunger and thirst for is the beauty and person of Jesus Christ. Period. So after Paul warns about not thinking the way that people who don't care about God think, about having dark hearts, about losing sensitivity and being caught up in lust with more and more desire for the thing that they're craving other than Christ, he then comes back with this simple but powerful rejoinder to all this response. And this is what we're going to talk about a lot in the week coming ahead. After all that, there's this plea. He says, you, however, did not come to know Christ that way. You did not come to know Christ that way. Wow. For years I read that passage and I just inserted, you did not come to know about Christ that way. But that's not what it says. It says you did not come to know Christ. It's the only time up to that point where the phrase learning a person is used. In the Greek, we're talking about learning a person. Not about a person, not a set of rules and regulations, but learning a person. People who have had the greatest impact on you have that impact because of the relationship you have with them and the model that they were for you. Let Christ be that model for you. We're going to come back to this. Just this short thought tonight. Let your life be about learning Christ. That's how you avoid being taken captive by the thinking of this world. That's why Paul says, and he's insisting, don't think like people who don't care about the person of Christ. Rather, open the eyes of your heart so that you can gaze upon the beauty of Christ as he's given to us so wonderfully in his word. And we're going to come back to that, but let's saturate our minds with this thought. Let's learn Christ, the person of Christ, because we were saved for a relationship with him. And that's the thought for this night. Again, thanks so much for being here. If you haven't hit the subscription button, hit that and turn on post notifications. The videos will come to you automatically. Thanks so much for your just hanging in there and being with us. It really means a lot. Have a great night. Bye-bye.